welcome to my Facebook Live. It's the weekly show. My name is Melanie, in case any of you don't already know me, and I'm the founder and CEO of Pioneer Chicks. So let's dive in. So in today's giveaways today, we have my full set of topic notes. So as I mentioned earlier, our topic this week is how can I structure my week more efficiently? Now, the topic notes are actually from our local meet sessions. So I run the Haverhill local meet sessions I still do that now. And we cover a specific topic that has been chosen by one of the guests at the previous meet, for something that they would appreciate some help with. So obviously one of the guests at a previous meet of mine chose this topic, how can I structure my week more efficiently? And I then have a month or 4 weeks or so to research the topic. There is a link in the comments below. In fact, there's several links in there, and one of them is a link for you to download the full set of notes. Let's dive into our topic this week, shall we? How can I structure my week more efficiently? First of all, we have a few tips for you, kind of general tips here around how to structure your week. So firstly, select monthly goals and write down your goals for the month. Writing it down is actually a really important part of that. So loads of people have goals in their head. Well, actually, surprisingly, not that many people, but most of you guys, I imagine, will have your own goals. But make sure that you actually write them down physically, and this will help it to stick in your brain a bit more. And then I'm sure you're aware of like the law of attraction. So to give you an idea of this, when you buy a car, before you bought that car, you probably hardly ever saw that model of car, but once you've bought it or you're looking to buy it, you suddenly start seeing them everywhere, and it's because that model of car is like on your brain. And the same thing will happen with your goals. So if you write them down and make sure that it's really in your brain, you'll start noticing more and more opportunities. And those opportunities were always there before, but you just didn't notice them because you weren't really tuned in with your goals. So making sure that you write them down will really help you to get it on your mind and to see more and more of those opportunities. Then after you've written down your goals for the month, make a list of tasks that need completing for each goal. So then you go into creating a plan of action for each goal. Then you need to schedule those tasks. Sorry, I don't know why I go American with schedule, but it comes naturally. So take your list of tasks. Of course, remember this is for the month, but then separate them into weekly to-do lists for that month. Then do your goal setting on a Sunday. So this is obviously you don't have to do it on a Sunday, but I find that a Sunday is really helpful so that I can then be really like efficient and productive for the week ahead, rather than starting Monday on like I don't know what I'm going to be doing this week. It just really helps to set aside a bit of time, maybe on Sunday evening, just to set yourself up for the week. So to structure your week more efficiently, start by goal setting on a Sunday. This will set you up for a productive week ahead. And on a Sunday, complete the weekly list of tasks and then plan when you will accomplish every listed item. So that's when you would then go into your daily list of tasks that you create every Sunday. Following on, each day, write down the top 3 priority jobs that must be done that day. And then these 3 are the ones that you work through first. Now, I know I'm not alone here. I get easily distracted and I like to try and do the easy tasks first, as opposed to the important tasks first. But of course, once you start doing the easy tasks, you then start getting more and more distracted with other things. And then those important tasks that you are actually definitely meant to have done that day tend to get left out and put aside for another day. So just to stop yourself from getting distracted and stop yourself from choosing the easy tasks, make sure you prioritize the top 3 most important jobs and do those first. Then if there is anything that you didn't have time to finish, simply add it to your to-do list for the following week or the following day. Okay, so now I mentioned about bullet journals earlier. Now we're going to dive into the bullet journals. So bullet journals are an absolute lifesaver. I love them. I always have a bullet journal or some kind of a planner. There are 3 main layouts that you can use in your bullet journal to help keep you organized. The first is the 6-month view, or often referred to as the future log. So this allows you to see any major events that are coming up in the next few months or 6 months. This can be created twice a year to check in with your long-term goals and visions. Then the second layout is your monthly view. So in here, you jot down all the big tasks and events that need to be completed that month. Check this weekly to pull in any tasks to your daily list and then cross out any completed projects. Then the most used layout is actually going to be your daily view, and this is a double-page spread in your notebook, and then you can break that up into 4 or 5 days. So on each double-page spread, you can put your to-dos at the top of the page, and then any events or appointments in the middle of the page, and then you can use the bottom of the page, if you like, as like a mini gratitude journal. A lot of people find that doing gratitude helps them to be more grateful, I guess. And also it's just a little reminder about all the good things that have happened and that you're thankful for. There are loads of other things that you can do with your bullet journals as well. So habit trackers are absolutely fantastic. If you don't know what habit trackers are, it's definitely worth just typing into YouTube and having a look at some tutorials on how to set up habit trackers. The habit trackers just help me to remember to do everything, like personal and business as well. It's just to help you keep track of what needs doing each day, each week, each month, and then it's like a tick box, checkbox, so that you can tick it off as you go along when you've completed those. A lot of people use it, for example, to track how much water they've drunk each day. If they want like 8 glasses of water, and then you tick off each box after you've drunk a glass, and it helps you to keep track of things. There is more guidance on how to use bullet journals in my full set of notes. So as I mentioned earlier, this is just like little chunks of the notes, and yeah, do have a look at the full set for a bit more information about the bullet journals. But the idea with them is that they're completely flexible. There's nothing inside of them except like dotted paper. So you create it yourself and you create everything that you want. And as you can see at the beginning, you have a content page. So the pages are numbered. There's a number in the bottom corner there somewhere. I'm not sure if you can see, but they're numbered for reference. So you can just write in at the beginning, like a habit tracker for August on page whatever, and then you can flick to that page. And the whole idea is that it's a completely flexible system. And super handy, and will definitely boost your productivity. There are loads of videos on YouTube for bullet journaling, so do check them out. Absolute lifesaver. Okay, then another thing that you can do, you can either do it like, you can actually do it in your bullet journal, you can do it on your wall, you can do it in a diary or planner, whatever your preference is. But this is so incredibly helpful and so simple, but absolutely fantastic. Using sticky notes, post-it notes. So how to organize your week on a Sunday evening using post-it notes. All you do is you pick 4 different colors of sticky notes. So for example, you can have a white sticky note, and that will represent an event or an appointment or a non-negotiable thing that is happening. Then you have a pink post-it note, or a set of pink post-it notes, and these will be your 2+ hour activities. Then you have your blue post-it notes, and these are for the slightly shorter activities, but still like medium length, 1 to 2 hour activities. And then you have your yellow post-it notes, which will be for your 15-minute activities. So on a Sunday night, write down all of your activities that you've got to do for the week ahead, but put them onto the relevant coloured post-it notes. Then on a wall is fantastic. Like if you've got like a notice board or something, put all of your white post-it notes, your events, your appointments, your non-negotiable things, put those into your diary or onto your wall first. Then take your tasks that will take over 2 hours, so your big long tasks, so in this example on the pink post-it notes, and put those up on your wall or in your diary. Then add the tasks that will take between 1 to 2 hours, which are on the blue post-it note, and add those in your diaries. Finally, you're left with all your short 15-minute activities, and you can see like at a glance now where you've got gaps to fit things in. So you can then go in and fill in gaps with your 15-minute activities. And that just really helps to show like where your time is being spent, and like what you can jig around and with it being on a post-it note, of course it's not permanent, and you don't have to worry about rewriting everything out once you've if you need to move it across. Simply pick up the post-it note and stick it down somewhere else. Also great for if you didn't manage to complete that task that day, you can just pick post-it note up and stick it on to the next day somewhere. But it's such a helpful system. So let's just do a quick recap. First of all, break down your monthly goals into weekly to-do lists. Prioritize your most important tasks, not your easiest tasks. Use a bullet journal as one system, or stroke, and you can use the post-it note system to visually see how much of your time is being taken up and where you can slot in smaller tasks. Next week's Facebook Live, same time, same place, so 2 o'clock on Tuesday on this Facebook page. Set a reminder now, guys. And the topic next week is utilising landing pages for businesses with few or no email contacts. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Love it. If you have any questions after this live, you can still pop them in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, pop them in the comments. I'll keep checking in every now and then, and I will try and answer your questions for you. It can be questions about anything, by the way. It doesn't have to be related to this topic. Like if you've got any questions about pioneer chicks or meats or when's something coming up, just pop any questions in there and I will get back to you. Thank you very much for watching. It was lovely to see you all tuning in. I will be back next week, next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Bye bye, guys. See you soon.